Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect, here, live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me on this Wednesday evening. And remember, the phone number to connect to the show and all this jazz is 605-562-0444. Once again, the number is 605-562-0444. And the call ID, connect me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. Also, if you just want to just go in and connect, all you need to connect to me and listen to me on the internet is, you need a microphone and a headset, and bam, there you are. You can answer that. But also, if you can't connect to the phone, or you can't do all this other stuff, the best way to do it is just the chat room. The chat room is on lock. I want to hear what you have to say and everything else, because there is the best way to do it. Yeah. That sort of thing. Well, it's been a while and such, but I know Anthem just recently talked about, Anthem recently released a DLC for their own game. Bioware released Anthem Cataclysm event and such. It took them a while, but yesterday they dropped it without any fanfare. And in fact, it's got to a point that not even EA is talking about Anthem anymore, which is kind of sad. And that's, let's see. It just seems to be that it looks like Anthem has, it gets to a point when I'll put the right here on Game Rant, you see right here, that they have, they're talking about pretty much, they were talking about this stuff like Apex Legends, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, FIFA, Madden. But Anthem came up only once and didn't really exist. In fact, Bioware was not mentioned during that business call at all. It did not talk about Anthem, barely talk about Anthem, but not even Bioware once at all. Now, I've talked about the subject many times, and I have guests to call in if you want to talk about the subject. I want to hear your thoughts as well. But this, to me, shows that EA is looking to finally put that nail in the coffin for Bioware. And Bioware, man, I don't know what this pretty much, I am going to call the death right here for Bioware. Anthem needed to be this big, huge hit. It needed to be great. And right now it shows it's not. It's not even, it's not only not great, honestly, it's barely mediocre, as I hear. I know the update and all this stuff has fixed a lot of issues, but to me, the first impression, that has already been made, and it's not a good first impression. You only make one first impression, and a lot of it. So a lot of people are not coming into Anthem right now. No one wants to, no one really wants to come back to it. They're like, they don't have a strong base or foundation. It gets to a point where they have been losing players as well, and it just, people have lost. In fact, this is only from Games Radar, and it's been slowly happening, and the link will be in the description. Half the player base at launch has already quit the game for good. And this stuff, well, that's the real issue, is that you can have a quick seller, but it just, by months and months in, with these games like these, you want to have players continue to play. You want to have players continue to grow, players to continue to be in that type of, in that mode. We need to keep the games fresh and such. They're not coming to the games no more. They're not. The games, people have left, and they're not coming back. They're not coming back. And that right there shows me that Anthem is in so much trouble. And not only Anthem is so much trouble, they're not even talking about it in conference calls. They're not giving like, oh my gosh, the new DLC Cataclysm, it's got, the Cataclysm DLC, it's gonna really help boost up. But they probably realize, Anthem is pretty much a dead game. It's a dead game, and they just don't really want to talk. They're like, they don't want anyone mention that stuff. In fact, Bioware that has, talk about, another game that's coming out supposedly, another video game for Bioware that's supposed to come out. And with another, I believe Bioware is taking another Dragon Age. They're gonna do another Dragon Age game. They're looking to do another Dragon Age game. Dragon Age, the Dread Wolf Rises, and there's no, I mean, here's the real sad thing is that you can really start to tell the BioWare has started to crumple was with, some would say Dragon Age 2 was the real canary in the coal mine. For me, it was Mass Effect 3. That game just screamed just pace job. And more I look and I play it. And when I look back into it, I was happy for the game. I was really, something I was liked. I was like, yes, this game's fun. But the ending, the DLC, and the drama afterwards, and now, it just feels like this game is just not fun anymore. It's not, the game looks like it just feels, it's just like, man, it's not actually, the game looks terrible. Everything looks horrible. Compared to what Mass Effect 2, the game had polish and it just looked like they stuck the landing and such. When you look at with Mass Effect 3, it felt rushed. It looked rushed. It was so, like, they drove the thing down. And that was my anger with it, is that they just didn't really put the game in the oven and such. That's what I think Mass Effect 3 was. And when I you look at the other games after that, Star Wars: The Old Republic didn't really get much of an audience and such. Then you have, Command and Conquer Generals. That got, that got canceled. There's a lot of canceled games as I'm looking at Wikipedia. Then Dragon Age Inquisition. I can't pronounce words. Dragon Age Inquisition. Dragon Age Inquisition. A lot of people liked it. It got Game of the Year. It was so awesome and everything else. I haven't played it yet. Then Mass Effect Andromeda. I pre-ordered this game. I told y'all how I felt about it. And again, it just feels undercooked. It looked undercooked. It felt undercooked. It was a game that felt so... The voice acting, the choices, the story, everything felt rushed. And this game had 5 years in development. A lot longer than Mass Effect 3's. And even in Mass Effect 3's shortcomings, at least you felt the passion was there. The emotion was there. And such. Mass Effect Andromeda, there was no emotion. It felt just the game just felt it was going through the motions. And that was my worst fear of what's happening with BioWare. The story with Andromeda and then at Anthem, it looked like the people were just going through the motions. They didn't really feel connected to it. There was no connection. There was no real, oh my gosh, I want to play this game. There's no one really here, Nothing. And that to me pisses me off because I want BioWare to really connect. Because again, one of they're pretty much one of the their catchphrase as a company, if you want to call it, it is rich stories, unforgettable characters, and vast worlds. That is BioWare's main bread and butter. And when I look at what BioWare is, when I look at what it is become, when's the last time you had any of that? When's the last time you thought a BioWare game, you had the vast worlds, great characters and such? Rich stories, unforgettable characters, and vast worlds. Sadly, the last time they had it was maybe Dragon Age Inquisition, but for me, it was probably Mass Effect 3. A poet, I didn't even know it, but other than that, it's just been just a company that just, I mean, they don't have they don't have connection with the story. They have no connection with the players. They don't have anything that they used to have. And I look the same thing what's happening to Bethesda. That's one of the main things with these deep worlds, great character stuff. And when's the last time a Bethesda game had that? Fallout 3, Skyrim, those are the games that people have liked and such. But sadly, I think I will not be surprised if Bethesda is going to go into that same world. And that Bioware is going, unless they're going to start doing some shaking things up. And I dread what's going to happen when the Dread Wolf rises for Dragon Age and such. Because now I'm looking very hesitant to get into that series. And that's the frustrating part about this, about these games and such, is that how the developers have I am frustrated by these things. I'm frustrated because I've seen what this series, this company can be. I've seen the peak of the great stuff there, but yet here we are. It's just, I'm just really angry and frustrated because this is a game company that could have been, it has been in that peer. It has that great connection with its fans. It has that, and they've ruined it. They ruined it. Not EA had a bit of help, but at the end of the day, it was themselves, themselves that have ruined once a great company, and I don't think the way they can get out of it. All of the people who made that company great are pretty much gone. I mean, some say, "Oh, what about Casey?" I'm like, look, bro, just let's be honest. He was a main part of Mass Effect, but yeah. When you look at all the people around here and such, and you look what was the, I really want to you look at the way these the people behind it, they just left. Majority of the people who they worked on these great games are gone. They're gone, and that to me shows me what type of with Mass Effect, how Mass Effect and all the stuff they're pretty much done for, ladies and gentlemen. Casey Hudson, he can come back, but yeah, well, I mean, there was so much good stuff here, but and Drew Capson, he's gone. You have, there's so much else from the music, the writing, and everything else. You might have the head people there, but at the end of the day, it is going to. There's no hope. I don't think there's any more hope for Bioware, and that to me is the sad story. And Bioware, like I said, a couple seconds till midnight, so I am not be surprised by the end of this year. I will predict on this podcast on around quarter 3 to 4, probably around, we're quarter, I think 3 or 4, around quarter 4, I will not be surprised. Around late this year or early next year, you will hear that EA has shut down BioWare Studios. You will hear that, and I will not be surprised. They already 2 stinkers all the way, and they already are basically dumping off Anthem. So don't be all upset, people. Don't be shocked. Don't be angry. Just know it's coming. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, we're gonna take a small little break and listen to some more DuckTales. By the way, get the DuckTales remastered, as it's gonna be delisted tonight. Oh, it costs $3. on Xbox 360. So I already got that. So yeah, the game's fun and the music's really charming too. So go ahead, people. It's fun. Pick it up. And yeah, I'm going to be playing. The opening was DuckTales Apollo Duck. Now I'm going to get into OC Remix. Geeks. Maybe we'll be looking at the Amazon session. And that's the next thing we're going to be playing here tonight. Here, live on the Dukect Lounge, live on TalkShoe.com. I'll be right back right after this.